So this is the first. No, this is the live stream for the sociology video exam tomorrow. So yeah, obviously, like before, ask any last minute questions. I know some of you are starting to put some through. Hey, is there one topic bound to come up more than another? Not really. Like I said in a video that I did before, I think for the psychology exams, I do not like to predict. I think it's a really dangerous thing to do because I think people tend to put focus on those predictions more, and then if something else comes up, then it's a bit... So I don't like predicting, so please try not to ask me too many questions about it because it's just not something that I would like to give out. Any predictions, like I just said, don't really like to give predictions. So like beliefs versus families, no. Like they're going to be they're going to have equal marks and things. The whole point of the exam structure is that they have the same each section has the same marks to it. Please don't stop making sociology videos, they help so much. Well, you guys need to let me know what sociology videos you want me to make, because without your advice and you telling me what you need, I can't give you the right resources. Is there an easy set structure with 20-mark question? What I tend to do for that one is I do introduction, strength, weakness, conclusion. That's a structure that I stick by, and of course, like I said in a lot of the videos, if you don't have time to answer the question, like an essay question, there's usually that little planning box, isn't there? Write all of just do little bullet points of your ideas in there. Do little bullet points of the ideas in there, and then even if you don't have time to fully write the answer, you'll still get marks because the examiner will be able to see your ideas from that. Could you quickly explain fundamentalism if you could? Fundamentalism, I literally cannot remember what that is off the top of my head. I'm really, really sorry. Obviously, it's been a couple of years since I've done my A-levels, so I'm a little bit rusty on the topics. But obviously, for explaining fundamentalism, just look back at my videos. Do we have to evaluate 10 markers? You only need to evaluate 10 markers if it's asking you to. So with 10 markers, I either say to give us like 2 strengths, 2 limitations, or just to evaluate something, or if it says discuss, then you'll need to evaluate. But other than that, you don't need to. What is the structure of the exam again? So I think it's, let me have a look. I'm getting so confused. I think I've done an exam structure video, so go look at that for the structure of the exam again, as I'm really worried I'm going to lose this live stream if I try to search for it. Do you evaluate 10 markers like I just said? No, you do not, unless it specifically asks you to. Could you explain the individualization thesis for family diversity, please? Again, it's been a couple of years since I did my A-levels. I cannot remember off the top of my head, but if you put a comment down below at the end of this live stream, then I will try and look it up for you and help explain. Have you got a crime and deviance video? Yes, I have. Just go look at my channel. Can you please go over Marxism in beliefs in society, please? Again, I cannot think off the top of my head what they believe. But definitely go check out the video, and then if you've still got questions, you're welcome to email me at emily.froud@uea.ac.uk. I have got the email on the bottom of a lot of my more recent videos, so feel free to obviously email me any questions that I can't answer in this, because then I have a bit more time to do a bit of research and give you a proper answer. Do you get an item for 10 markers? You can do, but obviously that really, really depends, like the evaluation side of it. What was I saying? The item, that depends, like the evaluation on the actual question that you're being given, and it's quite hard to give a sort of general answer to that. Please could you make a stratification video? What do you mean by that? Social policy and demography, please, and like essay plans. Social policy and demography. Honestly, my mind has gone completely blank on the actual specific stuff. But if you look at my videos, they should hopefully help. And then if you go, if you still don't understand after that, if you just email me at, again, emily.froud@uea.ac.uk, or if some of you have managed to find me on Facebook and Instagram and things, so obviously just message me on there. Is it 10 marks, and 20 marks for beliefs? I believe so. I can't remember off the top of my head. How long is a 20-mark conclusion? Literally just needs to be a couple of sentences specifying, after looking at this and this and this, it can be concluded that this is the result of this, sort of something like that. Just needs to be a couple of sentences, nothing too long. For 10 marks on media, could you suggest some possible links between spec points? Unfortunately, I did not do media, so I can't say anything about that. Optional. Any key theorists that can be used multiple times. Definitely people like Zimbardo, Ash, Milgram. Sort of definitely more the social influence ones, and of course Bowlby and I can't think of her name, but who did the attachment types. They're definitely really, really key ones that are really helpful. For the 20 marker, how many paragraphs would you suggest? So again, introduction, strength paragraph, weakness paragraph, strength paragraph, weakness paragraph, and then conclusion. So what's that? 6 paragraphs in total, but obviously the conclusion isn't very, very long at all. And the introduction is just sort of setting out what you're going to talk about and sort of giving a bit of background to what you're being asked. I am 19, so I've just finished my first year at uni, and I did a gap year as well. Did you get an A star in sociology? No, I did not, but that is mainly because when I get into the exam, I'm really forgetful and I don't tend to put a lot of focus on the actual details, like dates and names and things. They were always something I forgot. But obviously, so I think I got a B or C, so it's not bad, but that's just more to do with my actual issue with exams rather than my knowledge, so please don't be put off by that. Is it okay to evaluate in 10 markers anyway, just to add analysis? Would you recommend that? You can do, but it's not always necessary. If they're not specifically asking for you to evaluate, then it may just be actually a waste of your time doing that, so it's really up to you, and it really depends on the context of the question. Can you make a video on the global development section? Zeal, which module is that? Is that like an optional one? Please put another comment in. Main sociologist for B and S. What is B and S? Anonymous thought. I'm nervous. Honestly, everyone is nervous. You're all in this same boat, but you're all going to be amazing. What was on last year's paper? Cannot think off the top of my head. Again, you'll have to. All the papers from last year, I believe, are available on AQA now on their website, so you can go look at them. And there's loads of other practice exams on there that will be really, really helpful. But obviously, do not stay up too late revising tonight, because then you'll just be knackered tomorrow. Theory and methods for your next video, please. I think I've already got a theory and methods one up. I'll have a look afterwards if I remember. Did you do media in paper 2? No. Think media is in paper 3. About the 20 mark on paper 2 tomorrow, I was looking at plans for the 20 marker evaluate questions, and for some of them, 2 paragraphs argued for one point of view and 2 paragraphs argued another point of view, whereas on other plans, all 4 paragraphs focused on one line of argument with only the other argument as a discussion point at the end of each paragraph. How do we know which structure to do for a particular question? I think the best thing to do is do a more balanced one. So I think the best one to do is the 2 paragraphs argued for one point of view and 2 paragraphs argued for another point of view, because what they want to see is a decent, well-detailed argument that is looking at both sides of it. I think if you were to do all 4 points on one line of argument, you wouldn't get very high marks. How did you deal with timed conditions? Basically, for conditions, obviously you're always told to practice exam questions and things, and one thing I always did was to make sure when I was doing them to actually try and time myself doing each question. And you've got to sort of try and remember, I think you get about for each mark you get about 1.5 minutes to do it, so sort of try and keep an eye on the time and things. Key concepts and sociologists, for which there are a lot of parts of tomorrow's exam, and obviously I can't just read off a whole list of key concepts and sociology because that's a lot. How long? No, it is in paper 2. What media? I did not do media. I don't remember doing media at all. How long was the paper? 2 hours. What do I study now? I currently study education at University of East Anglia in Norwich. Just finishing my first year, but hoping to go into the Department for Education and work in the policy side of things. Maybe going towards exam boards, I'm not entirely sure yet. We are doing families and global development, so we have to answer questions, 10 markers and 20 marks for this section, like people do for media, beliefs, religions. Okay, so I personally did families and beliefs and religions. Does anyone else have any other questions? Do you have any predictions for paper 2 tomorrow? Like I said at the beginning of this video, at the beginning of this live stream, I do not like to make predictions, and I think that's something you'll sort of learn as you watch a couple more of the live streams. I think people take predictions the wrong way and focus on them more than other topics that they should be learning if they don't understand. And then obviously like predictions are just predictions. They shouldn't be followed like by a Bible, because obviously you assume that because something came up the year before, it's not going to come up again. But I know so far in the exams this year, I think it was maybe for the psychology exams, or maybe it's sociology, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I saw something where things had actually reoccurred on this exam that had reoccurred recently. So so yeah, I hope that sort of makes sense. But yeah, that sort of tries to explain why I don't like doing predictions. Do you think if I messaged my uni, they would switch my offer to an unconditional? I applied for 3 similar courses at one uni and got unconditional for 2, but not my firm. Would they switch it? There may potentially be a reason why they didn't do it unconditional. But what I would also like to mention is that just because they're asking for a specific grade, even if you don't get that grade, they may still give you the place. If they've got the availability and things, and there's a lot of people that didn't get anywhere near what they were predicted, you might still get it. So please don't panic just because it's not an unconditional and you're worried you might not get the right mark. It's completely unpredictable. Jasmine Wall, if you let me know what course you've applied for, I might be able to sort of give more of an idea. What theory did you struggle with most? Definitely Marxist. I think I got very, very confused with Marxist. It just sort of completely confused me. Is it important to include key theorist name? It depends. If you want the top marks at A and A star, you really need to include the names, because then it provides the extra detail to move up the higher bands in marking. But it really depends on what grades you want and need to get. So will you be able to do that video on global development? There's a lot of content there. When do you need that global development for tomorrow? Because if it's for tomorrow, then there is no way in hell I'm going to be able to do that, especially as it being a topic that I haven't done before. Please, can you go over NRMs and NAMs, please? Definitely for those, go look at my video on beliefs in society, and then if you still don't understand it after that, then obviously email me. Again, my email is emily.froud@uea.ac.uk. Primary education was my firm and early childhood studies for my unconditional. That's a similar thing to what I'm doing. So basically, because it's education, it's not the most popular course in the world. So I think you'll be probably quite safe. You'll probably be quite safe if you sort of get a grade below what they're asking for. What university is it, Jasmine, that you've applied to? What grade do people need? Again, I will say it, just because a university has asked for a grade. Sorry, I keep losing track of my mind, but just because a university has asked for a specific grade does not necessarily mean if you get lower than that you're not going to get in, because it really depends on how obviously everyone else does as well. What do you think will be the 20 marker for beliefs? Again, I don't like to predict. It makes me uncomfortable, and I think people take it in the wrong aspect and sort of rely too much on it. Trying to revise all of media now, haha. I'm really, really sorry that I haven't done media. It would take me a lot longer to produce a video for it, and obviously if it's for tomorrow, there is no way I'm going to have time to do it. Just want to say I really appreciate your PowerPoints and have really helped me to condense my revision. I'm glad you guys have really, really, really enjoyed this. I've really found my videos helpful because obviously I initially started them just to help on my A-level revision. And obviously I just want to help you guys because I know how stressful it is, especially doing A-levels. Because I know I went through GCSEs like, oh, it'll be alright, when you're doing like 3 or 4 subjects, it'll be fine. Then you get to it and you're like, oh my god, honestly, you think I'm going to have a breakdown. So, but I thought, yeah, because the videos are, I think, a lot more condensed and you can actually see all the text that I'm going through on the screen, it's a lot easier. And obviously with the PowerPoints being available as well, usually, hopefully, on the links in the description, I hope they're working. I'm not actually sure how to tell if you are able to access them properly, so please let me know if you have any issues trying to access those PowerPoints. Maybe the global development for good people doing it next year since it's too late for me. Yeah, I will definitely try and work on that for next year. I just don't think I'll be able to get it done for tomorrow. But yeah, no, that's a good point. Now that I'm not back at uni till end of September, I'm going to try and spend the summer making loads and loads of videos, so there's more and more resources to help people. And I know specifically with the optional modules as well, there is a lot less resources for them compared to the compulsory ones. Do you have a media video? I do not, unfortunately. It's because it wasn't something that I learned for my sociology A-level, so I didn't really feel comfortable doing it. I'm so done for media. Families and households, I'm good. Family and households is a really, really good one. Media, obviously, I think a lot of people are struggling with it. What's in paper 2? I can't think off the top of my head, but you'll be able to find all the structure for every single exam on the AQA website under the A-level sociology topic. And there's loads of, again, it's a bit late now, but there's loads and loads of practice, like exams on there for you to practice questions with and sort of get used to the structure and how they sort of ask questions and things, which I think can be really, really helpful. Because if you understand the way they ask questions and what they're looking for when you compare it to the mark scheme, it could really, really help you to understand what you need to write down in the exam so you're not wasting time. What subjects do you study? I did my sociology A-level during my gap year, but then when I was at sixth form, I did chemistry, physics, and psychology. And I also did an EPQ. I'm sort of tempted to do a video on the EPQ for like supporting students. I'm not really sure if that's wanted or not, so just let me know. I am also, sorry, going back to that, I am thinking about doing chemistry videos and possibly physics, but I wasn't very good at physics, so I don't know how helpful they'll be. But chemistry definitely, because I really, really love doing that as an A-level. If a topic came up, I think it's unlikely that it would come up again. It may be unlikely, but at the same time, I do like to repeat questions because I think they're aware of the fact that people rely too much on the fact that it's come up in the past. Do you have to evaluate for the 10 markers? Everyone seems to be asking this question. It's basically just really contextual. Like if they ask you to evaluate, then you need to evaluate, but you don't always have to. How would you advise memorising these sociologist names when revising? I think really just practicing questions, going over it, making mind maps, and sort of just creating that association between the theory and the sociologist. Anonymous thought, you are right. Well done. That's some great advice to give everyone. When you get stressed, just remember all the hard work you put in, it'll pay off, guys. Literally, just like it's a couple of weeks of stress, like a month, and then it's over, you're off for summer, and then hopefully you'll be able to get your grades in August, and you'll do ace. What grades did you get in sociology? I think I either got a B or a C. Can't remember off the top of my head, but again, that is not due to a lack of knowledge. So I don't want to put you off the videos, but it's mainly because I struggled with exams. I wasn't very good at remembering the detail. Do you think they could do a 20 mark about the new right influence on social policy? Anything is possible, to be honest. Maybe not specifically the new right influence. They might sort of just talk about different approaches to it. But yeah, they might not do a specific 20 mark on the new right only. I would recommend an EPQ video because EPQ has really helped me push my grades up. I would definitely try and work on that over summer then when I get a chance. I have to do some research on it things because obviously the EPQ very much depends on everyone's different topics. But I would definitely try and work on that because I know when I was doing my EPQ, teachers had no idea what was happening. So it was a bit of a, what were your 5 uni choices? So I originally applied to uni when I was in sixth form, applying for children's nursing. I got everyone rejected me except the Uni of Suffolk, which I went to an interview for, but then they rejected me after that. And then when I started my gap year, I reapplied to do education. I put the UEA as my firm because it was local to me, and it was a really good course, and it was just where I wanted to be, and I love the campus and things. And then I just sort of applied to sort of general sort of education courses at Lincoln, Suffolk, London, and Anglia Ruskin. So I sort of just, but I didn't really want to go to any of those universities. It was just more, didn't want to be stupid and not apply to others just in case. Life perspective of the family as a 10 marker. If you email that to me, I'm happy to sort of try and look that up for you and help you. Guys, for families, Marxism, feminism, new right never came up. Neither did divorce, marriage, and gender roles. Just because they've never come up, Bella, does not necessarily mean they're going to come up. So, again, that sort of goes back to the idea of predictions. It's a bit of a dangerous game. Please, could you briefly go over childhood, please? Definitely look at my videos for that, because, again, it's been a couple of years, and I have no idea off the top of my head. But obviously, if you still have questions after watching the video on childhood, then obviously email me again, emily.froud@uea.ac.uk. Again, if you don't know how to spell my name, Emily Froud, it is the name of my YouTube channel, so you can just get the spelling off there. So it's emily.froud@uea.ac.uk. Actually, I think, I'm not able to put chat in. But, has anyone else got any other questions? If not, I will go in a minute, but obviously if you do have some questions, then I'm happy to stay and answer them. Just let me know, because I don't want to be sitting on here like a plonker, just looking at my phone and not getting any messages. Whilst I'm waiting for something to come through, I really just want to say to everyone, good luck. Like, you're all going to do awesome tomorrow. Like, again, it's just last night jitters, fear, stressing out. You automatically just start panicking that you don't know anything. when I think you'll probably get into the exam and realise you know a lot more than you think you do. No one seems to be asking any more questions, so I'm going to leave it until 26 minutes. And then if there's still nothing, then I'm probably going to go. And then obviously again, email me at emily.froud@uea.ac.uk and I will try and get back to you. I have a question. Did you cry after any exams? I cried after my computer science exam. I don't recall ever crying after an exam. I was definitely stressed out and things, but I sort of just, once I left the exam, I just knew there wasn't anything I could do about it, so I was just sort of like, I was done with it, I just went go have a nap or something. You said you went to UEA because it's local. Did you move on campus? No, I stayed living at home so that I could get my maintenance loan and try and save as much money as possible, because I'm currently going through the process of getting a mortgage with my boyfriend. So I was just hoping to, and because obviously my boyfriend was there, I didn't really want to go hours and hours away, because then wouldn't really see him very often. It would have been with it. Any other questions? Obviously, these live streams, you can ask as many questions about uni as well. Like, it's not just, like, if you want to ask questions about being at uni, going to uni, what you need for uni, what it's like going to uni, then obviously ask questions as many as you want. Because I want this to be a sort of safe space for you to talk to someone that's actually similar age to you, compared to a lot of teachers that have probably been 20 years since they were in education. So, any other questions? Did you go through clearing? I did not personally, just because I was lucky enough, even though I didn't get the mark that I needed in my A-level, there's enough space on the course to allow me on anyway. I relate so much to that. I was thinking about saving maintenance loan for a house. How much for your loan do you use? So I budget myself to £10 a day between each payment. So the last payment I got, I managed to put £2,000 in savings from it, but that's because I've able to get the maximum amount. So obviously how much you save will depend on how much you get, but I say budget about £10. Budget about £10 and then a day, and then that should be fine. What does religion as a conservative force mean? If you have a look at my videos, then it should hopefully be on there, but if it's not, then obviously just email me again at emily.froud@uea.ac.uk, and I will try and answer it for you. I am currently living at home still, but hopefully once the mortgage goes through, then I will be living with him, which is all very, very exciting. But yes, I currently live at home, and I'm lucky enough that my parents do not charge me rent for living at home either, which means I'm able to save an extra 100, 200 quid a month. Is the Russell Group worth the hype? Not really. As long as you go to a good university, it doesn't really matter whether it's in Russell Group or not. Yeah, it's not really worth it. Doesn't really make a big difference. Like, as long as the course is good and it's got a lot of good feedback from it and stuff, people have enjoyed it. And one thing I would say as well, it's really important to go to a university where there are high levels of student satisfaction, because obviously you don't want to go to a university and be depressed and then have no support. What subject are you studying at uni? So I'm currently studying a BA in education. So it's a 3-year course. Just finished my first year. Yeah. Is there any other questions that anyone has? The views are slightly going down this video, so I imagine some people are quite bored now or run out of questions. But I'll give it till. Is it hard making friends as a commuter? I commute to uni, and honestly, it is fine. Obviously, it's a bit more difficult to go for nights out and things, but I'm sure your friends will be happy for you to stay in their flats and stuff. The majority of my friends though are also commuters, because I get the park and ride to uni, so we all get the park and ride together. But I'm still friends with people that live on campus and things, so it's really, not much different. Is that University of Birmingham? I think that's what UOB is, isn't it? Who else is going to UOB? Who said that? Oh, thanks guys. I wasn't entirely sure. But I think University of Birmingham is a really good uni. I know a few of my friends have gone there and really enjoyed it. Anyone going to Kent? Who's going to Kent University? There's just a random cat in the garden. Just walking along the wall. Fair enough. As you do. Well, I'm sure we'd all do that if we didn't have exams tomorrow. Which course, Bella, are you doing? Has anyone got any more questions for me? Any more questions? What grade did you get in sociology? I got either a B or a C. I cannot remember off the top of my head, but that does not mean I haven't got the knowledge. It's just because I'm crap at exams. To be brutally honest, I am crap. I forget all the little details like age group. No, not age. The year of the study or the name of the person who did it or like slight details and stuff. Please can you explain existential security? Hopefully there will be something in one of my videos about existential security. But if not, or obviously like just email me at emily.froud@uea.ac.uk, like I keep saying. And then just send me a question on there and I'll be able to sort of hopefully look it up and explain it for you. Are you watching Love Island? Hell yeah. I know there's a lot of hate about it and also not a lot of diversity, but let's be honest, like, it's still a good show. So, a lot of drama. Me and my boyfriend have been together since I was 15, so, and he was 16, so it's just turned 4 years. We just had a 4th anniversary. How cute. Yeah, 19 and 20 getting a mortgage. Whoop, whoop. We're like that annoying Instagram couple, like, got keys to our first place. Like, 19 and got a place. Yeah. Though it's very exciting. I'm very excited. I don't know if any of you guys do, but I love Mrs. Hinch on Instagram, and I've been going mad on eBay recently, just looking at stuff and creating a huge basket. It's so stressful doing paperwork though, so I'm trying to distract myself with live streams. So, what were your A-level results? So, chemistry, I got a B. My EPQ, I got a B. Sociology, I either got B or C. Psychology, I got a C. And physics, I got a D. Can you do theories? What theories? I'm pretty sure I have a theory methods video on my channel, so obviously like look at that. If you need any support, and again, email me at emily.froud@uea.ac.uk. And if you don't know how to spell my name, Emily Froud, it is my YouTube name. So, do you have any predictions? Again, I don't like to make predictions because sometimes people take it the wrong way, and then yeah, they take it the wrong way, and then they focus their revision in the wrong way, and then they might not do as well as they might have thought they would because they did their revision on the wrong things. So I don't like to give predictions. Your teachers may give them because they feel more comfortable, because obviously they have more contact with the exam board and things, but make a video on theories please, because my last exam is on that, and beliefs, but I already see a video for beliefs. I'm pretty sure I already have a theory video on my YouTube, so just go and check that out. You got to be with all this knowledge. Yes. But that's mainly because I'm terrible at exams. Again, like I said earlier, I just forget all the details, and Yeah, I forget all the details. I forget the year of the studies, the name of the theorist and stuff. So that's my own issue. Do you have Instagram? I want to keep updated with you and your boyfriend. I don't really post much on there about my boyfriend, but as long as you guys don't like start putting hate comments and stuff. My Instagram is mfroud, EMFROUD. So please don't hate on me, guys. I just I don't really put anything about my A-level these videos or anything on any of my social media, just because I'm worried people that I went to school with are going to find them and it's going to be slightly embarrassing. But like if you guys are going to be cute and like my stuff, then go for it. And obviously, again, you can send me questions and stuff through Instagram. I might be a bit quicker to respond if you message me on Instagram than emails, just because I'm on there all the time. Any last exam techniques? So, essay structure, introduction, strength, weakness, conclusion. But if it's 30 marker, you might want to add in an extra strength or weakness here or there, wherever you think it fits within that structure, just to make sure you get up to that 30 marks. And again, if you don't have time to write a full essay, just put some points in the little essay plan box. If you just put some little bullet points in there and you don't have time to write the full answer, then the examiner will still give you some marks, because they'll be able to see what sort of ideas you had and where you were going with it. What are you doing now? I'm sitting in my house. I'm not really sure what you want to know. If you mean sort of what am I doing educationally, I'm at uni studying education at the UEA. Just finished my first year. All very exciting. Did lots of 3,000 word essays. Yeah, sorry, educationally, yes. I'm doing education at uni, learning about learning, which doesn't really make much sense. But yeah, so recently I've done a 3,000 word essay on globalization, which is my worst nightmare. I still can tell you what globalization is. I did one on my transition to uni, and I did another one on how technology has impacted the accessibility into university. Will I get marks for bullet points? It depends what question. Bullet points you get marks for if they're in the plan for an essay, if you don't have time to write the actual essay. And if the question does not specifically ask for good English, then you can write in bullet points. What made you decide to do these PowerPoints? Basically, I started the PowerPoints and videos when I was doing my A-levels as to sort of don't. So, any other questions? Anything about uni or whatever? Ooh, down to 8 viewers. Obviously, no one's got any more questions, so I'll give it until like 40 minutes and 30 seconds, just in case anything else comes through. But if not, I'm going to go get ready for Love Island. You went off. When did I go off? What are you? I hope nothing's going wrong on your side of it. I just want this live stream to work properly so I can help you guys. Or do you mean you went off on one? Right, on a rant. Sorry. Again, I don't like making predictions. It's dangerous. Not really. People just take it the wrong way, I think, sometimes, and they focus all their exam on what people predict is going to come up. But then predictions are often wrong, and then you're stuffed because you didn't revise something you didn't understand because you were too busy revising something else that didn't actually come up in the exam at all. So just revise everything, which I know is not the most helpful thing in the world, but if there's something you really don't understand, obviously watch my videos, do some extra revision, look in your textbooks. Yeah, and obviously email me questions that you have and I will try and help. I'm probably more likely to answer them through email or Instagram than I am through comments on YouTube, just because I don't always get notifications about them, or I tend to just sort of forget to answer them. What's the best revision technique for last minute? Just try to relax, try not to panic. just possibly do maybe like one last sort of timed exam, just to get your grips on everything that's going to be covered. But I would say definitely just relax, like don't stay up super late, just watch Love Island and then go to bed. Basically, that's my piece of advice, because otherwise you're going to be knackered and then you won't be able to think properly. Your videos have been so useful, you've been such a lifesaver. I'm really glad you guys actually find these videos helpful, because it's just so mad to me. Like, I just started them to help my own revision, and now there's literally 1,400 of you on my channel loving these videos and liking them and commenting on them. And it's so funny when it comes to the exams, though, when you're all commenting like, oh, everyone's on here like cramming for the exam tomorrow, and I'm like, hee hee. Any other questions? I'm sorry that your teacher has not been there for a year and a half. That's crappy. But unfortunately, some of us get stuck with crappy teachers. My friend Nisha wants you to do her exam for her. I'm alright, thanks. I've done my exams, been there, done that. Would not like to. Why don't you become a study tuber? I don't know what that means. No idea what that means. They are so detailed. Good. I'm glad they have the detailing. But obviously, some of them are a bit more brief. So obviously, if you don't understand it, then you are best going either talking to me so I can give you more information, or emailing me to give you questions that I can answer questions. And obviously, also as well, maybe not for tomorrow's exam, but any other exams that you have, feel free to, well, obviously the sociology and psychology ones, and chemistry as well. If you do that, just send me the question and your answer, and I can mark it for you. Eve Bennett. Who's Eve Bennett? Who's been a right pain? Oh. What? Can someone please explain to me what a study tuber is? I don't know what that means. I feel so old. Would you recommend doing the 20 marks first? No. I recommend just going through the exam at the pace that is set out. Just go for it. Question 1, question 2, question 3. Otherwise, you'll just spend forever going back and forth and looking for things. Although one bit of advice I did get given a couple of years ago when I was at school is just for the first minute or so, flip through each question. Any that you immediately have an answer to, do it. But then if there's any you can't think of anything straight away, go back to them afterwards. Any predictions for what might come up tomorrow? Again, I don't want to keep going on about this, but I do not like predictions. People take it the wrong way, it gets confusing, different people say different things. Sometimes I panic when looking at the question. Any tips on that? Just deep breaths. Deep breaths. Yeah, just deep breaths, calm. If you can't do a question, if you're panicking about it, just move on to the next one and come back to it later, because the last thing you want to do is waste 10 minutes internally crying at a question, because that's not going to help you. A study tuber just vlogs uni, does advice videos, and just has educational related videos. I mean, I would be really, really happy to do that for you guys, to be honest. Like, obviously, just if you guys just give me ideas of like what you want me to do, because obviously I would like to go further with my channel rather than just doing revision videos, but obviously I just don't know how to. So please, maybe if I make a community post, maybe later tonight or tomorrow, you guys can like comment ideas down on it. So obviously let me know what you want from me, so then I can keep supporting you guys. And obviously, plus if I do vlogging whilst at uni, it would be really shit at first because I'll be really embarrassed holding my phone in front of me. But yeah. Yes, just let me know what you want to see. Can you talk about the key things you need to know about Belief Society? Can't understand any of it. Go to my video, go to my Belief Society video and go check that out. And hopefully that will help you. But if it doesn't, then just email me, emily.froud@uea.ac.uk, and I will try and support you. Maybe you can go through crime and deviance past papers and annotating them. That's a good idea, to be fair. maybe do some extra sort of revision support videos, so going through the questions and things. And I've done that. I did do that for one of these. I think it was the 3 specimen papers that I did that for, which I have a channel up already for, which is the exam structure video. I think you should make a separate channel for vlogging, do things like morning routine. Would you guys be interested in that? I don't know if you'd actually be interested in listening to me for 20 minutes, because I know some of the comments I've had on my videos, people don't really like my voice is very monotone, and I say and sort of lose my train of thought a lot. So, but obviously, if you guys would like to see me vlogging and things, like at uni or just general life, then let me know. Could you do essay plans? What kind of essay plans for what questions? Any predictions for paper 2? I don't like predictions. I don't want to keep saying it. I feel like I've literally said it like 10 times so far in this live stream. Obviously people will join in at different times, but I do not like predictions. People take it the wrong way and it gets confusing. If we were to email you exam question answers for the next paper, how long would it take to reply? Probably like a day, maybe less. May only take me a few hours. It could take me an hour. It depends really on what I'm doing, whether I'm at work or not. But I should be back to you within sort of 24 hours. Yeah. What's the time? 10 minutes till Love Island. Oh, my phone is getting very, very hot right now. Essay plans for crime and deviance. I think I've got an exam structure video on my YouTube channel that will go through, that has part of it going through the crime and deviance, so go check that out. Just repping all my videos, because obviously I can't answer everything on here because I can't give you the visuals like a PowerPoint. Sort of feeling like Jeffree Star, like just need like a mirror now. No worries, I'm very, very happy to give my time. And honestly, I think it's so important to have that extra bit of support if you need it, especially when you've got a crappy teacher. So I just want to be helpful, and I'm glad you guys are finding this stuff helpful. And also, like, sort of love the idea that you guys like want me to vlog and stuff. Makes me teary. Yeah. There's only 7 of you left. Any more questions? Any more questions? Don't really know what to say now. There's no cats outside. Also, one website that I think would be really, really good for you guys to look at is Hectic Teacher. She was actually a teacher at my school, which is mad, but she has whole booklets of exam questions for you to practice and things, loads of resources for you to look at, loads of revision stuff in great detail, probably a bit better than mine because she's an actual teacher of the subject, but she's really, really good. I loved her. She was great for my revision, so go check her out. Yes, Hectic Teacher is a legend, yeah. Unfortunately, she didn't actually teach me, but she was at my school, so repping at Wyndham College. And just get your popcorn ready for Love Island. I haven't got any popcorn, but I've got chocolate ice cream and cones, so that is where I'll be at. Can you do last minute global development? No. There is no way, because it wasn't something that I learned. I'll be learning a whole new topic, and there's no way I could get a video up for tomorrow. Especially seeing as it is, what, 10 to 9 already. Sorry. I'll try and make sure it's done over the summer though for next year. Any other questions? The views are sort of going up and down on this at the moment. 1 minute there's like 15 of you, 1 minute there's 20, and then there's like... Also, would love if you guys could give this video a thumbs up. Thumbs up. Any more questions? Media. What about media? I did not do media, so I do not have a video on it. I cannot support you because I did not do it. Sorry. Please don't die. I'm sorry. Can't help it. Any more questions? My phone's getting very hot. I can't find any beliefs video. There should be one on my channel. It should be sort of midway between all my videos. It will be beliefs in society. What email should we send our questions to? It will be emily.froud@uea.ac.uk. Again, that is emily.froud@uea.ac.uk. And if you don't know how to spell my name, it is my YouTube channel name, so... but of course you can also send questions to my Instagram through message. It is mfroud, EMFROUD, and I will probably be a bit quicker to answer any questions through that. Does that cover the whole of beliefs because your girl is scared? It should do, yes. It's designed to cover the whole of each section. So it should hopefully support you with anything you have, because a lot of the videos, apart from the more recent psychology ones I'm doing, they are all based off my revision notes from my A-levels that I just somehow, for some reason, kept. So, yes, they should cover all of it because they were what I relied on for my exams. What order should I answer the questions? Basically, just do question 1, 2, 3, and 4 onwards, sort of in that sort of order. But one bit of advice I got when I was at school as well is to just for the first minute or so flick through the paper, look at the questions, and if there's a question that you look at and immediately get an idea of what you could write it, because you might forget it later, or you might end up wasting too much time looking at other questions and thinking, oh, I don't know what to do, but I don't want to move on. Like, just so just go through the questions, see which ones you can immediately do an answer to, and then thanks. Final question is, do you have family video? Yes, I do. That'll be family and household video. That'll be one of my earlier ones as well. Please excuse the fact that I'm probably going I would say it is probably better to guess, because there's a 50% chance that you're going to get it right. Whereas sociologist means reduces a lot of detail. So, yeah, hope that helps. Anyway, I'm going to go, guys. This live stream will still be up, but obviously I'm going to finish it off by saying good luck to everybody. If you have any further questions, either look at my videos on my channel, or obviously send me an email at emily.froud@uea.ac.uk, or send me a message on Instagram at mfroud, EMFROUD. Oh, 17 likes. Yeah, give it a thumbs up. Boop, 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 boop. Good luck, everybody. You're going to be awesome tomorrow. Do not fret. Do not panic. Just take deep breaths, and you'll be great. I promise.